give them the due diligence to like at least try to flash or throw a few smokes into the site. They literally just rushed it.
It was just a simple mid walk.
Oh my god, Nitro.
Wow.
Granted, only 2 gun rounds in, but
True.
still.
But just a simple mid walk, and I mean, Ska crushes that if he's opping mid. Ska's opping mid, he just crushes that. It's just 4v5. They know exactly what they're doing. They back out. They utilize, use some utility, stop them from, progressing, reset.
Yeah, but like we were saying, Nitro just destroying them, and Skadoodle unfortunately not able to find himself a part of that fight. Find himself dead on the ground with no responses at all on the actual take. It was literally a perfect take from Team Liquid, as they don't take a single point of damage till the very end when they go hunting the last 2 B players. And right now, just not seeing a whole lot coming out from Cloud9, even on their eco rounds. It's relatively cleanly fought from Team Liquid a lot of the time. We did see on the first initial few ecos, they were able to trade a few kills, but none of that translated into the gun round at all. So far, both times, Liquid have hit their stride running strong and have been able to take quick control of A, leaving 0 room for responses on the last 2 CT players. So still waiting for Automatic to reconnect.
I have a prediction for you.
A prediction.
Next gun round, I bet Liquid does like a early halls jump. So like they've done mid twice. Now they're gonna go out the halls, expecting Ska to maybe out middle.
Well, they did halls last round, didn't they?
No, last round.
Oh no. Didn't they do halls first gun round? They definitely did halls before.
Yeah, but all the kills came at porch.
Yeah.
They just ran at porch. It was like, I mean, it might have been 2 guys at halls. I'm not sure, but we'll see.
All right.
This A-site defense, man.
We'll see how it goes. Well, Cloud9 going on to the half buy here now, or at least the best buy they can get. That would round them right around the 2K mark. It's going to be Mag 7 for Automatic, 2 UMPs, and then 2...
This is the round they win, by the way.
Upgraded pistols.
This is the round they win, yeah.
All right, we'll see. Well, we do have Stewie out in the open once more, trying to play aggressively, but these nades are going to push him back. Stanislaw not wasting any time. Doesn't... Oh, actually, I correct myself. Stewie found right out in the opening, still trying to deploy that smoke. Gets it on the ground, but loses his life in the process. It's enough at least to send Liquid barreling back to mid, but they are going to keep a few more players here in the event. Cloud9 try to peek out aggressively for intel. That'll mainly be JDM staying there, at least for a few extra seconds. The rest of the team, in the meantime, is going back over, looking into halls and mid-choke. They do have to be cautious of halls because I don't think they had anyone pushed in here before. So there is a chance that someone from Cloud9 wanted to take advantage of that, especially with Automatic having like the shotgun and whatnot. They may have tried to do something sort of cheeky in this round. They try to go for some Maxim play Boiler or whatnot, but they're making sure that they don't have to deal with that one. Molly's going into Boiler, smokes blocking up both of the access points over here on the wrap side. Nothing getting one of his own smokes. I think that's a little bit too deep, though. Yeah, they can definitely see through it. It doesn't matter, though, as nothing gets a double. Nitro trading it back out, but at least that brings Cloud9 back into the game. We need to see that rotate over towards the A site, however, as currently it's just Shroud sitting here with a measly little P250. That's all he has to defend it. He's going to get mollied out of his safe spot. They know he's playing over here to the close corner now, so they can try to work against that one. But this is also closer range for him, so he dinks JDM. He does get some last-second assistance from Skadoodle, but it's not much, and he doesn't actually end up affecting the actual hit. Now the bomb goes down. We're locked in that 3v2 situation, and the best hope for C9 more than likely is going to end up being to try to pick up multiple exits here. But it's still looking like they're lining up to actually attempt to re-entry. We'll see in a moment if they follow through with it. You've got Automatic pushing into halls. Leash spots that instantly, locks onto him though, knocks off his head, and for Skadoodle, now that he's scavenged an AK, he's running out of here to save.
Thought that would be the round they win. Just how CSGO goes, man. Like, you lose these fully bought gun rounds, you get some umps, some Mag 7s. But Cloud9 is just getting crushed. 7-0 already. Liquid must have just loads of money. What's your cue? Oh, never mind. We can just look at it here.
Yeah, you can see it now.
Yeah.
You don't always have to.
I know. Just like talking crap.
So, yeah, you can see it there. For some players, it is a little bit lower.
It's a lot of money, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least 3 rounds. That's like 3 rounds in a row, probably. They'll be able to buy even if they lose this.
Ska getting ready maybe to try and take a little bit of a duel over here towards mid. Definitely peeking out to try and check for anyone crossing from alt in these first couple of seconds. But at the moment, not finding much more controlled overall though from Team Liquid here. As we've seen the last two huge gun rounds. They've been pretty aggressive, just going right for these fights at the start. And Stewie tries to get aggressive this time on Banana, pushes all the way down. You can see his body there now, but is knocked back out of the play by Stanislaw, giving them another 5v4 advantage. Now taking Hall's control, mollying off Boiler to make sure they don't deal with pressure coming in from mid. And that is going to be pretty much open. No one even up on top, I think, watching out for it, but that could change in a moment's notice if they do want to put Shroud's closest to it right now up on top. But Shroud usually playing in pit, so you're not going to more than likely end up seeing him up on top of the banisters themselves. Rest of Team Liquid still here, just waiting for the time to run down a little bit and these smokes to go away so that they can safely push in, take mid-choke and Boiler control, quickly turn that into porch control, swing it back in. Smokes went out, but Shroud was able to spot one and a second. However, Twist just barely saved his own life. Now it's up to nothing, holding on to this bomb site from behind the pole, working it out at least initially, but didn't get any kills. As you can see, massive damage done to all 4 of the Team Liquid players, but no one able to actually succeed in just getting the kill. JDM finds Automatic, trying to push in through the mid-choke on the retake, shuts him down, and there we go. It's another one for Team Liquid.
I mean, they kept 3 players towards A, and again, they got 1 kill on that A attack. 1 kill again. I think the past 3 A hits, they have gotten 2 kills total. Ska's gotten 1, and then Shroud got 1. That's it.
Well, your prediction was wrong, by the way.
So what?
You said they were going to be like a huge Halls jump in the next one.
Sure. You don't need to do. Well, they did 2 out halls, right? Or no? Maybe I think
that was like first gun run. I think that they did.
I think it was just 1 out halls.
But it did help.
I mean, they just go B on their like anti-eco situations, kind of. Well, I guess they mid-walked. Yeah. They're just crushing them, Blue. They're just crushing them.
Team Liquid having a good old time right now, as Cloud9 is able to buy back into this next one here. Nades early on, actually affecting both sides. So Liege getting hit by it down to 43. The same story for Automatic, as he's dropped to about 49. And Team Liquid just being denied that early control. Are trying to basically just brute force Cloud9 back here with their own utility. They've used so much of it though, but they still have so much more. They have another molly sitting on JDM. 3 more smokes to try and use. This may end up, we'll see in a second if they end up falling back or if they're just going to use this to fake. This could potentially turn into the first gunner where they've actually gone fully into B instead of just rushing A like they have the past 3 gun rounds. They will have to wait out another CT smoke before they do push their way back in. But it is looking like they fall back from this one and are going to use their own smokes just to fake it out. Keep false presence here, make it look like they're definitely hitting the site, when in reality, they're going back to the basics, which has been this mid-choke push, and then either go around ramp side or porch.
Nothing is. Full rotated.
Full rotate. He may take down Nitro, because they're probably not going to... Okay.
What?
Nitro swings into a kill on nothing. Automatic trades it back out, and we saw finally a CT kill over here towards A. So they may actually have a good chance to hold this one back off. They have an early pitch coming in from Skadoodle too. Twist again with this entry power though. Moves forward, takes out Skadoodle and Shroud. He's an absolute monster here on A. And all of a sudden it's down to the last 2 B players. Automatic walks himself into another kill though, taking out JDM. Getting more than this is going to be the tough part. Relying on Stewie, the sort of entry for them. Granted, they have a good chance at this one. Stanislaw's down at 13 HP. They don't have any utility to flash out. These CTs moving in now. So Cloud9's got free reign. Obviously, they don't have anything either. Stewie almost losing himself there at the very beginning of it, but Stan waits it out and unfortunately reads into it the wrong way. So Automatic is going to be able to push in right behind his dead teammate, close out on Stanislaw, and finally Cloud9 see a gun round going their way.
It says disaster written all over it, though, for Cloud9. They win the gun round. One guy alive. Yep. He does get the op, though. He does get the op, but I mean, like, just huge reset potential right now for Cloud9. They're so far away from, like, being able to salvage this half. Because Liquid's going to be able to buy how many rounds in a row? You know, they're going to have at least another 2 rounds after this.
And just looking at what Cloud9 have here too, decent utility, but 3 UMP downgrades. Having to roll in for these guys. Molly early on, spread Nitro, yeah it does, so he has to toss the smoke back on top of it. But even doing so, loses about half of his HP before he actually gets it down on the ground. More damage was done to Stewie though from an HE grenade, so he's going to be down at 60. As everything goes a little bit more quiet across the map here, all the sounds you hear are basically not leading into much, just players trying to spray back in. Hoping to get lucky, but not finding much. Stewie gonna have to be careful with this aggressive position. Last time he got punished by Stanislaw when he tried to do this. Seems like he's okay for right now, though, as he has safely fallen back behind the half wall. And now waits to see if Team Liquid are going to try to aggress into B. It's been pretty much every single round that they've definitely swung it towards A, and it wouldn't be surprising to see them do it again. In fact, we already are seeing the B players getting into a position by CT to get ready to rotate in the event that that does happen. They need that fourth player over there. As even in the last gun round, despite the fact they were able to successfully retake it, the take itself still happened for a fourth time in a row. Skadoodle going to be stuck in the cubby early on. Thankfully, he's got the molly keep alive and moves in with some assistance from Stewie earlier on there. Gets that kill. Shroud also finding one on the porch, and for the first time really so far in this entire map, Cloud9 actually having a successful hold on the gun round here. Pushing their way back in, down to 3 now on Team Liquid's side. Twist finding himself 1, but definitely not expecting to find that much presence from the CTs over here at the entrance to Rap side. Nothing able to push back in, taking out JDM, and now just Stannis left alive with only 20 seconds remaining. One flashbang to try and get himself out there. And trying to, I believe, time this right out. He's got a position for it, if he's there, that is. Okay, never mind, I guess he just DC'd. So Stewie's going to push in, take out Stan, and Cloud9 will win that round there.
It's like, this guy is the most patient.
I was about to say, like
what is going on?
what's the cue here to throw that thing? So yeah, Stan DCs, but looked like he was in that matchup until the very end, so I doubt that that actually affected the outcome of the round too heavily. And I imagine as well that combat had already started, which means they won't even get an option for a reset there.
Yeah, huge round by Cloud9 there. They're able to win the round with the umps. They get the double op set up, I believe. Everybody upgrades to, AKs and M4s or whatever. And now they have a fighting chance to, maybe salvage this half. I think if they get 5, they could definitely win.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if they can get Stewie back in a fighting shape.
If they win 7, I would say, I would, favor them to win, actually.
Well, Team Liquid still looking strong. Some of the players that we saw at the beginning of the match have gone silent over the past couple of rounds. It started off with Nitro being the big fragger here for Team Liquid, and you saw that on the first pause that was taken. He was sitting at I think it was 222 ADR or something around there. It was over 200 for sure, but I imagine that's gone down by a little bit now. And it's been Twist specifically taking over, at least with the entries over on that A side, as they've continued to go for that on gun rounds. And he's definitely been hitting a lot of his shots proficiently. And we'll take a look at again, the stats. Yeah, Nitro definitely dropping off a little bit there, but still very impressive. 161 ADR, and it's Twist coming up from behind now at just about 90. Automatic and Skadoodle, though, having themselves, well, a lot of the guys on Cloud9, unfortunately, having themselves a bit of a rough game here.
I mean, Stewie and Automatic have had no chance, really. They're just rotating into 5v2s, essentially. Most of their kills are just exits, except for the Automatic clutch. Even Ska hasn't had much of an opportunity besides the last couple rounds. I mean, Jordan and Shroud and Nothing have just been dying, like, instantly on every single A take. So, not much you could do to salvage a round like that.
Well, we should have Stanislav back into the game in just about a second here. I believe he's back in on the actual live server, so just waiting for that to catch up to us here on the GoTV, and then we should be able to go back into it and see if Team Liquid is going to be able to recover. As we mentioned before here, Team Liquid still has plenty of cash flow to work with, so they shouldn't have too much trouble rebuying back into this next round here, and possibly for the one afterwards as well. Yeah, you can see it. Nitro at the high is still at 9,300. They haven't bought anything yet, just an FYI, so it is going to go down a lot more, but even so, they should still end up with 3 to 4K-ish, or maybe a little bit less than that on most of their players. That will leave them with enough, especially with a stacking losing bonus, simply third round losing bonus by the time they get to it. It'll leave them with plenty enough to buy in for at least one more time before they are forced to save. So into the match we go once again here with Team Liquid. Still having the edge, but Cloud9 finally finding some consistency where they can win rounds as well here. The T's wanting to take that early mid control, throwing in the deep smoke, being cautious of B presence too, and that's certainly something they want to be very, very careful of, as I think they boosted up on top of each other. It's been destabilized now though, and Stewie just going for the normal peek over here, the old car spot, trying to deny presence early on as they are back up taking aggressive control. It's automatic out this time, but they've got the smokes in. No one from Team Liquid had pushed in, so there's no one to punish because of that deep smoke. So now they hold control here, and they can go for the early rotate on automatic, since Team Liquid have kept with their plan of just going into A on almost every single gun round so far. And they're once again going to do this for yet another time. And they pushed into it, nothing down to start. Safe for Skadoodle, automatic battling it back a little bit as he gets himself over onto Rap side. That's an extra surprise for the Liquid players, but Shroud doesn't even see over that there's another T waiting for him. So he's going to move back, finds one more kill, but Twists again moving in, saves the day, takes out Shroud, and still he tries to wrap back in, but he's going to get absolutely nothing done as JDM floors him as soon as he peeks out from Library.
4-man ace stack. No left or right side mid smoke. And again, this double port setup. Maybe they got to scratch that one out of the playbook, Blue. It's not working out so hot for them.
Yep, and that's going to put them into a force. Pretty degraded one as well. At most, they just end up with, obviously, whatever gun they have to downgrade themselves to, and then utility's looking even worse. They get themselves a couple basic smokes, basically no flashbangs or anything like that, though, and I think they're going to go back to hyper-aggressive play. Nitro taking a bit of a risk here, though. He does find himself in the middle of a hotspot, and Shroud, nothing, and Shroud again moves in to pick up Nitro there. Way too aggressive for Team Liquid. They go right into the line's mouth, and it snaps itself shut, leaving just Stanislaw alive here now at a 1v3. Trying to clutch this one back out in a second. He's going to get pushed in by automatic from the mid-choke point, where he'll shut down the round, and it'll give Cloud9 their third.
Yeah, so the mid-walk does not work out for him at all. They force it as the smoke goes down. Yeah, the first guy has a decent opportunity for a kill, but then everybody else just running through that smoke is very easy kills for Shroud. Nice pistol kill on Nitro at the end there.
So Cloud9 saves themselves off of a big mistake from Team Liquid there and a miscalculation. It's going to put the scoreline at 9-3. Still obviously very dominant for Team Liquid, and they've got another chance to battle it back, but it's no longer against what would have been an eco if they had won that last round. Now it's going to be against another full buy here with M4s, Scavenged AKs, and even the op bonus Skadoodle, of course, with full utility and everything else as well. But Team Liquid, a bit more of a change-up, a bit more of a default here in the opening of the round, sending their players a banana. Cloud9, though, not biting into that one. They played a lot more passively over towards B this time. They didn't really push back out, so both Automatic and Stewie hanging over towards B. It's separate angles, and they'll just essentially wait to see if Team Liquid will finally change up their game plan and send their players over to that site. So looking at Twist and Elige here playing around along with the Halls, too, but the bomb still down over at Crossroads. I don't know if you're going to expect it. Oh my goodness, nobody's watching out for this at all! Elise just goes right and gets 2 kills, tries to escape over to the porch, but they know where Shroud is. Twist not reacting to that one, though, so Shroud holds on. Takes down Twist, and evens that back out to a 3v3. So what does Team Liquid do here now? Cloud9, chance they would have rotated into that one, but the site's completely clear. They molly it back out, but they don't exactly know if anyone else pushed back in through the mid-choke. As Shroud sitting way back over here now in the pit. They're just trying to hold this one back off as the other 2 on B try to read into the situation as best they can. Stewie still going to be holding by CT. They do move automatic about halfway over into Library here. And definitely committing himself to A in a second, which means he'll be prepared to take battles against JDM. Along with the bomb carrier is going to be Nitro here. Flashes out, automatic wins that first battle on Nitro. And now JDM has to try and take him down if they still want access to this site. He's alone here now, and Stanislaw still sitting over there outside of B. I think he might have disconnected again. Yep, and there he goes. So JDM not going to attempt this. He'll just sit back and save.
Counter-terrorists win.
And I think it's the same situation as the last round where that probably hit him after some combat had happened, which means they can't reset that round more than likely. Yeah, this was a messy spray, but somehow still works out for Elige.
I mean, they're just playing porch every single round. They're just... Elige just makes the hard read. Pretty fortunate for Cloud9 that Stanislaw is...
Yeah.
I mean, that's their in-game leader, too, so once he lags out, there's 0 direction.
Yeah. It's probably a bit of a frustrating experience for Team Liquid right now.
Because, I mean, I'm assuming he's lagging out of, you know, his entire internet dropping.
So just waiting again for him to fix that internet and get himself back into the match. Same as before, and then we can restart once again. But finally actually breaking Team Liquid here too. They are going to force into it as it would appear. We'll find out for sure in a moment, but the Opera that's managed to save in the last run there gets himself full utility and everything else with what money he had left. So we'll see if the others follow through with that once we do get Stan reconnected and see how much he had. Yeah, so Dadium's gonna end up on $50. Actually, because again, it's like on the other side of the room, so I don't think he bought anything. I think that was just how much he ended up left over with at the end of the last round there once he saved. But he still ends up with like a decent amount of utility. Molly, Smoke, and Flash, I believe. But the others, we'll see in a second once Stan reconnects how exactly they are going to try to play for this round here, as they still have one more to go after this one before the half closes out. Cloud9 certainly with the ability to get back into it. 4 rounds. I mean, they may be happy with the result if Team Liquid wins out these last 2 here. Considering where they started off at, this could have ended very well like 14-1 or 14-2 with the way Cloud9 was playing it, but they finally found something that worked for them. And despite the fact they never even really changed up the CT side setup, finally it started actually leading to some good results. Messy results, but good nonetheless. And they were able to pick up quite a few crucial rounds here. So Stan's back, and I believe with that said, we should get unpaused relatively quickly here and find ourselves back in the game. And now we get to see if Team Liquid do decide to go for the force, or if they're just going to full save for the final round. Few pickups, but it's looking like mostly half buys right now. Just bring their players down to around 1-2K, so they have a little bit of money left over for what could be the final round. And yeah, everybody except for Nitro, I think, buys into this one since he's the lowest out of all of them. And JDM just keeps what he has from the last round. He's going to take the first point of contact here. Oh, this could be rough, actually. Double Molly. He's got to try to fall back, but they get aggressive. They don't actually really need to, as the Molly just takes care of the job. The aggression is going to come out from Stewie, but hey, he's already gotten the kill he wanted. Now there's a free off on the ground if he wants it. Shroud also hitting first this time. Nothing ready to fight with Shroud. If they try to push out towards Halls, they know that there's this Halls presence, so nothing spots it, and that should pretty much kill it from Team Liquid. I don't even know if they're going to follow through now after being found out, and especially with their initial attempt to push out through Boiler failing. Still see the blood spats on the wall from when Shroud found that first kill. Hunting, trying to see if they can make something happen with it. They did recover the op off of JDM. That's a very small victory at the end of the day, considering that they're now down 5v3, and they have to dedicate someone to watching a flank because of how aggressive Stewie, not necessarily in this map, but in past games, how aggressively Stewie has shown himself to play over on Banana in the past. Shroud once again hitting a shot despite his low HP, takes out a second player for this round. Skadoodle able to trade back the kill that Twist just got against Shroud. So that'll lead to the elimination of Stanislaw. And it just leaves Twist alive in a 1v4. Really stuck. There's nowhere safe for him to go. And in a moment here, Cloud9 should be able to shut him out and bring this up to 5-9 going into the last round on the half. Twitch is looking for his best option, but he finally runs out of time. His automatic pushes him from the backside and closes out with a headshot.
Yeah, so last round for Liquid to get to double digits on this half. Pretty unfortunate for them that, you know, after that great start, the stand kept lagging out. JDM thought he had a smoke. That's why he has that flashbang out.
Forgetting by the time he realizes that he can't escape anymore. So, best buy that we can see from Team Liquid, and well, a bit of a change-up for them. Molly's still on the ground, but they don't seem to care. They're rushing directly through it. That's going to do so much damage, and a one-for-one trade to start itself off. Stewie trying to hop back behind Nubox, but he can't get there in time. Nitro back into the match finally as he picks up those 2 kills, and that clears out the site. The same thing that we were seeing over at A at the beginning of the half, but obviously just on the other bomb site. Last 3 alive for Cloud9. Still have a chance at this one, but they have to work themselves all the way from the other side of the map and still try to find a way that they can bargain themselves in and actually pull off this retake. It'll be a 2-2 split with Liquid's own players, focusing 2 inside of the church and 2 more watching for either CT or banana pressure. And nothing is the focal point of a lot of this right now, with him trying to make a whole lot of noise with his grenades on the push, though he immediately goes back down. Still no presence from these banana players. Finally they move back in, but they're lined up. Nice swing from Shroud to be able to keep himself alive, but now he's the only one alive, and he has essentially no time to defuse that bomb. He's just gonna hop in and hope he can get it, but JDM is already set up to stop that. So Team Liquid do manage to claim themselves one more round at the end of the half, and they will end up 10-5. Same thing is back on train, and we'll get to see if they'll have the same result in just a few minutes when we come back from this break.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Legion Lenovo, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.
Well, welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the midst of our second map here of Team Liquid versus Cloud9. A very defining match to decide who may end up pushing themselves through into the playoffs here for the fifth season of the ESL Pro League. And the same halftime score that we saw back on Train, 10-5 in the favor of Team Liquid. The match going a little bit more differently, where Cloud9 initially found their rounds at the beginning of Train here on Inferno. They found their stride towards kind of the very end, of course, where Team Liquid managed to get themselves one more towards the actual end of the half.
Yeah, but overall, Nitro just an absolute beast.
Yeah, especially at the start, ended up 12-1, I think, in the first 6 or 7 rounds. And had an ADR of 220 at one point there. Obviously falling off a little bit as we saw Cloud9 meet some success, but if that remained uninhibited, who knows where Nitro would have ended up at, considering how successful Team Liquid were being at the beginning of the half.
They end up winning 2 B rushes, right? The pistol round they B rushed, the very last round of the half they B rushed, so B rushes gave them 4 rounds there. Then they, the rest of it was just an A over and over again for those other 5 rounds, basically.
Yeah, it was very direct even for those rounds too. One round they do just straight up rush through mid choke point to take control there, and the others they went about it a bit more tactically, but still just very direct. A lot of just straight mid choke point controls, and then they try to wrap back around through porch, maybe have 1 or 2 guys come out on the balcony, but that's been it. It's been very, very direct from Team Liquid on their T side, and we saw Twist coming into the fray partway through that half as well to be the guy that would take charge and pick up a lot of those first kills for Team Liquid on the way in. In fact, he almost ended up with an ace in one of the gun rounds. Basically aced the ace site, but then failed to get the last player that was saving. So really good stuff from him too. That kind of went underscored for a lot of that half. But just waiting for the players to ready up now, folks. And I think actually more importantly, waiting for Stanislaw to reconnect again. And then we should be able to go live with the second half.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on with him.
Not sure.
If it was a client issue, I'm assuming my timeline would be blown up with many angry tweets.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he's at the team. I don't think he's at the team house, so maybe just some internet problems wherever he is. I don't even think Liquid.
I don't even know if they have. I don't even know what their situation is.
I know. I think JDM and maybe 1 or 2 others are like in there. They have like not like a complex, but like a compound. I don't know what you would call it. It's just like they own like a few apartments, I think, somewhere in LA. I think JDM is there, but I don't know about the rest of them.
I still think the best way to do a team is
Office.
Yeah, where you have like an office and you go and you play there, and then that's it. Like that's your interaction with your, when you have your team and you play with your team is in an office. Everything's like in person, but then you can go home to your respective lives. What's not living together though.
You know what's really ironic about that is there's only one NA team, it's Counter-Strike team, to my knowledge, that's actually done that. Can you guess which one that is? It's Winter Fox. That was the
scratch that idea. The worst idea.
That was. No. I don't know if the Australian team did that, but I know that the old roster with like Lex and all them did that. They had really? they worked out of the it was like the Steel Series offices in Chicago.
I just think like mindset wise, you're at that office. You're there to work essentially, right?
Yeah.
To get better at what you are paid to do. And then mindset wise, when you get home, that's your life. Like you can just kind of separate everything. Whereas when everybody just lives, eats, plays together, all in the same place, it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's, man, if you live with me, you're gonna get on my nerves probably. Like I'm gonna be annoyed. Like I need my space, bro. Like.
All right, well, getting into the second half here now. Team Liquid on the CT side now, and Cloud9 jumping in the offense slot. We'll see how well they are able to do. Not a lot of banana pressure going to work its way out. In fact, most players from CNR are trying to rush their way through T-Halls, and JDM takes the battle at the bottom of steps. Does not work out for him at all. Automatic along with Shroud pick up that first kill, and now they've got Hall's control. Just need to transition this into his site if they want to follow through. Look at Nitro, they're pushing forward. He saw Stewie's legs, but Stewie's still ready to take the duel. Eliminates Nitro. Cloud9 looking in great form. They're still trying to get aggressive on other parts of the map here, but they've even seen Stanislaw, so now they're going to clinch on him. They move back in. Automatic picking up that kill. That's basically full control of almost the entire map now, especially with Alige getting knocked back out. It's just Twist way over on B, who unfortunately won't be able to have much impact here. So he'll find himself in another duel versus Automatic in a minute here. But ultimately, well, he can pick up a free kill onto Automatic. Actually clutching out here is going to be nigh impossible. We'll see in a second. He's going for it. Imperfect smoke gives him a route that he can try to tail on the left side, but he won't take advantage on that. Just finds himself in the next duel versus Stewie. Hits that headshot. Nicely done from Twist, making the best of a bad situation, but this means nothing unless he's actually able to clutch it back out entirely. Now the smoke moves in. There's still a hole, which he can push himself through, though.
Save the armor.
Yeah, it looks like that's what he's going to do now.
Good. Yeah, you need to save the armor there. It's 650, man.
So he gets himself outside.
You can get a nice head armor, smoke, nade.
Did the armor take damage, though? No, it's still 100, so you can buy, yeah.
Twist is so good at winning these rounds, by the way.
These 4-sub rounds?
Well, yeah, when he has like an like this, he's so good at it.
Yeah, the same thing happened to Shroud on the first half too, where he ended up in the situation saving like armor to kit, but he took a 1 damage on the armor, so he couldn't upgrade it to head armor for only 350. Just like probably pretty annoying. But regardless, Team Liquid do end up with a pretty heavy stack towards B early on here. 3-man play, only putting 2 over towards A and 1 playing very forward with it. It's Stanislaw. Right up around the wrap side, not even playing inside of the cubby right now. And then you have Twist watching out for a, I believe he's either in pit or up on top of the catwalk there, watching out for pressure. The rest of Cloud9 have remained pretty split up though. Ollie's going to move back in. That is going to push Liquid further into the outside of this area. Though, in fact, Ollie was on a JDM. Great flashbang too. At least you can do nothing to respond to that. And the other 2 completely fell back. So now you're just working on basically a normal setup in that B bomb site to deal with. And the other 2 on A, well, they'll have to be a little bit more fidgety with their positions if Cloud9 do end up following through with this. They'll need to be, they would hope that they would be in better spots where they can quickly rotate over. And you're going to start to see that now with Twists kind of shifting back over towards Library and Arches. And the others still trying to keep them within the site as they try to put a little bit of pressure over towards A. But mind you, the hit more than likely is still going to end up going towards B. We'll confirm that in a moment. They're still kind of shifting players around. Good flashbang from Twist, moves in. It's a little bit messy, but he gets the job done, taking down nothing to start things off there. And that, like I said before, is going to send everyone else on Cloud9 barreling back over towards B, where they're going to push back in. And it's going to be up to Nitro and JDM to hold control over here in this site. Both of them behind the first orange as well. We're being boosted back up. Nitro's position works out. Now he can drop back down behind it and reposition himself over towards New Box. Nitro just kind of holding back out. Twist waiting in CT2 with the UMP. Gets himself the double. Only 1 more to go, and it's against Shroud, and he only has 8 seconds left to get onto the site. Not even going to make an attempt at it. He'll be falling back, trying to save that AK, and he'll yield this round to Team Liquid.
It's right on cue, man. I said Twist is really good at winning those rounds. Goes mid, makes it 4v4, knows exactly what they're doing, rotates towards B, gets 2 more. Great job by Twist.
Yeah, we'll see the replay of his perspective right here. He picks up that double, almost gets the third too, but that's the one player that didn't manage to get away. So Shroud will have the 1 AK for his team in this upcoming round. Everyone else is either going to be half bot or just upgrading into a pistol.
I wonder who is calling shots right now, because it's a very like indecisive, I feel. I'm assuming it's Automatic, but it's really indecisive. Usually whenever we watch, I don't know, it's just different.
I doubt,
right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a super important match, so I doubt that they would like try to change it up unless that's just a decision they made recently. Alige getting himself some pressure forward here to start things off.
Like, why did it take him so long to scout an even? Like, you know, what, 30 seconds left by the time they went in? They even allowed Twist to rotate all the way back towards B by the time they hit it. As soon as nothing died, they should have went. Just executed.
Well, they didn't do that, and that unfortunately allowed for Team Liquid to get a slight read on the situation and end up with Twist having to come in there to save the day. Now, trying to slowly kind of push in towards A here. very, very slowly as they creep themselves forward. It's just automatic, even picking up from the rap side right now. Twist moving himself in, now with an AUG as well, finding himself the first kill against Shroud. JDM still trying to win this duel back over on rap side. It's been a bit of an extended one, but he finally ends up on top. Unfortunately for him, nothing trades into the second later. Skadoodle jumped up a moment ago there, but I don't think he spotted the player that pushed over towards porch side. And now he's only the last man alive here anyway, so he has much more pressing things to worry about here. Especially with only 30 seconds left. Just hiding in the cubby, and Liege instantly gets that headshot. I'm peeking him. Down he will go. And while Team Liquid score, it'll start to push itself back up as it's now double what Cloud9 have.
Yeah, and Cloud9, after they won that pistol, I thought, okay, it's going to be a good T-side. We'll probably see a good game here. Go down the wire, but that second round, Twist winning that. Now we're going to see most likely 6-13 with a bunch of money onto Liquid. And Liquid is just looking great right now.
Yeah, oh my god, JDM at super long range, moving in to finish off Shroud with the MP9 now, and I think he wants a little bit more. Nade, oh, that's so much damage. Stanislaw threw that one out, I believe. Eliminates Stewie. Automatic out hit for like 95 damage on that one almost, or 85 damage.
What are you doing, Cloud9, man? Got 3 Glocks. Let's go.
Oh, they try to push for that smoke.
This is like what you see in matchmaking, when like you're just owning the people on Inferno and they just hide and respawn. It's like, come on, what are you doing?
This is
what do we mean, DMG guys?
This is looking like when Fnatic played Conquest at like the Season 2 finals. That was a very quick match as well. That was like the old Optic roster that they still like Shazam in and whatnot.
That's what happens every time you play Inferno in matchmaking. You just start owning them as CT, and they just hide in T-halls for like a minute and 10 seconds. That's what you would do, Blue.
Yeah. But I get kills though.
Yeah, because people like me are just like, oh my god, I can't wait this long. I need to just fight them, even if I'm just going out into the most ridiculous territory.
Does he get those 26 kills in the pug, dude? Right there.
Yeah.
It's hide in halls. I think that was on Cobblestone. I did that one. Now we are going to see a Liege getting aggressive and just walking right in. The casual one tap on a Stewie to take him out. They try to fall back to look for a trade, but there's nothing to be found there. Just a huge smoke wall blocking access to Banana in its entirety. And Team Liquid almost certainly with full control of this matchup now. We'll see what Cloud9 can try to scavenge together here in the late round as they try to move in, though. Already 2 more kills going by the way of Liquid. Nothing. Trading one back. He might have himself a second one from Skadoodle's hands, though, but doesn't work out. JDM hits the shot on nothing, and just Skadoodle going in. He somehow is able to get himself the plant at the end of the round, but we'll see how much he's able to hold besides this. Gets himself the first headshot lineup. He may actually have a chance at this one now. He's got a lot of the site control. At the moment, he doesn't have to worry about rap side pressure. Another 2 for Skadoodle as he takes down Stanislaw and Nitro. 1 more to go now, and it's against Liege, but his health pool getting lower. Only 29 HP. He's smart to expect
Did
something.
Liege lag out?
Oh, no.
What is going on?
Oh, wait. He's back. Okay, so he's still got a chance at this one. Pushing himself in there. Skadoodle's going to hear this coming from a mile away, and he hits that shot, knocking out a Liege. Nicely done from Skadoodle. Obviously a bit of a blemish in it with a Liege having that lag there, but still very well played from Skadoodle. Clutch that one back out.
Yeah, great job by Ska. If there's one thing about Ska, if you ever watch him in every clutch on T-side, he gets the bomb down like immediately.
Yeah.
Whenever he has a chance to get the bomb down, he just gets the bomb down like first, worries about everything else after that. He's also like a savant, so. But yes, that is one thing I've always noticed about him.
Well, that round going their way. It does happen though with just the one player left alive. This match before.
Whoa!
Spray.
That was sick.
Those were Twists up top there. So Twists firing in through the door, whatever you can see from up on top there. And it knocks off half the HP on Shroud. Almost got a second guy too, as there was someone sitting close to him, but I think it was a little bit too far off to get hit by that. Shroud with the Tech 9 though. If you're going to hit one of the 5 players, it seems like you hit the best one. And now moving in, Twist not ready for it, so Shroud bulldozes through. Gets himself 1, so moving in for the second. And he picks up that kill on Twist, now leaves it open, and even catching JDM mid-reload as well. Automatic's going to find that frag against him. Now, the situation has turned themselves around a little bit. It's Liquid that can go for the last second rotate. Messy spray from Stewie allows NiTRO to pick up that kill there, but it's enough damage to force both him and Elige back. Now that they've been red and they no longer have an element of surprise on the retake, they'll get this one back up, as obviously their money's a little bit lower here, and they need that firepower for the save round.
Yeah, smart save by them. No sense in trying to force this, and we see that quick A aggression come out from Cloud9 where they jump out halls, take Porch at the same time. Shroud actually jumped towards Porch, flanked that person to get that kill. As Twist had a nade out.
Cloud9 do find success.
Pretty unfortunate though for Liquid. These lag outs have been killing them.
Yeah, this would have been this probably would have been over already, to be honest. If
Yeah, really.
that
Yeah,
happened.
I completely agree.
There's like 2 or 3 super important gun runs now where it's happened.
Oh, if only he kept spraying.
Could have been a lot different too, is Shroud's the one that ends up jumping in there and
Yep.
gets himself like a free kill to start off that take. But Cloud9 now going to be going up against essentially the full save from Team Liquid. Just a couple P250 investments and the obvious M4s that were saved from the last round. Good positioning from NiTRO. Oh, the flick over onto Stewie as well. Nicely done. Finding him out from the tracers there, eliminating him. Gives Team Liquid a little bit of an advantage to start this round off. A lot more work than just that to do, however. As we mentioned before, it is basically a full save besides those M4s. That's pretty much just going to send Cloud9 barreling over to the A site. They able to couple close positions, and P250 at least tapping a little bit of damage onto nothing here. Now they'll move in and take this control. Molly is going to send one of the players back. JDM really just unloading with this P250, but not able to get the kill. And we do indeed see Cloud9 dispatching of pretty much everyone else there. Even one of the rifle players goes down without seeing a full-on trade. Just NiTRO, and probably going to be looking at a similar situation for him in this round. A little bit more aggressively positioned back over here underneath the terrace. Finds himself one more kill into automatic, and if they go hunting for him, he can get himself a few more, but it's not looking like they'll take the bait on that one. They're still working with pretty low money themselves, so they're all going to back out to save. Yeah, NiTRO just focus fully on staying alive here. Either not going to make the attempt, actually pushing back in and winning that round back out. Let Cloud9 get themselves up to 9.
And Stanislaw is gone again.
Is he? Oh yeah, look at that. Well, yeah. Nothing that they can do about that on short notice, it seems, unfortunately. So we'll end up in another technical pause as they get that fixed. And it was a good start overall from the one rifle that was saved, but just wasn't able to. Oh, there you go. Nicely done. Threw us off there. I mean, it looked like there was a technical error. We were just on a big black screen, but instead, the camera is just rolling out of a trash can or something. Oh. And we're back to the tilted camera. I feel like we should just watch the whole round like this.
No, I'd get dizzy.
I just want to see how messed up it'll look.
CGS style camera.
Can we
Third person only.
Can we change the FOV as well? No, we can't.
What resolution are the observers in?
I think they're 1080.
1080p?
Yeah.
Noobs. I'm not kidding. A lot of people play native.
Oh, there we go. There's the.
Change the observing cameras to 1024 black bars. To get the real CS experience.
We'll just watch it like we're just have had net graph on as well. And
Yeah,
everything
put
like
net graph on.
Yeah.
Everything low except for shadow quality or shadows. Gotta leave that on high.
Yeah. It looks like we got him back, so I think we're on pause now, folks. Once again, we do apologize for this, but it's a little bit out of our hands. Whoa!
Fancy stuff.
Oh, now we're just picking up speed here on these spins.
I didn't know the bomb was constantly beeping while it's on people's backs.
I don't. Does it? Is it still doing it right now? Just stay on this perspective. It's not really beeping. It's more like it's like flickering.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
not me.
What is it? Oh, it's weird. It's like they're in a different spot too. Anyway, Cloud9 just going to rush over here onto B. Now that we are into another gun round, Nitro just barely escapes with only 1 HP left over at the end of it. So many mollies coming up from Cloud9. All 5 deploy them, but it's actually Nitro that gets himself the first kill, as the CTs are also throwing out mollies. The entire site's on fire right now, but it's only going to last for a few seconds as Cloud9 do push in. They've isolated Nitro, but Nitro moving in, saves his teammate, allows for Alige to have a bit of a hero moment there as he pushes out, takes down Stewie, and puts us into a 3v2 retake. JDM denies the bomb plant as automatic cancels it, getting greedy instead. And now this is all on Skadoodle, trying to clutch this out 1v3. Pushes up, he knows he has JDM sitting in the corner here, but a smoke is going to be deployed. Skadoodle does not care about that. He needs to get this bomb back, pushes in for it, but Twist immediately shuts him down, and Team Liquid will now just be 2 rounds away from claiming this map.
The 35-second B rush.
There you
go. It got completely disjointed. They mollied. The CTs did. The full rotate comes out. By the time they hit the site, there's 4 people, 5 people there because of the delay. I think a cancel was in order for Cloud9, but they just kept going.
Yeah, now still having enough cash flow to buy through here, but JDM, right in the open, he has that shot, but misses it.
Gotta hit those. Gotta hit those.
Would have been an easy 5v4 for him. But a slip decision right at the end causes him to miss it. And now Liquid are going to try something interesting here too. The boost up over top of the half wall. It's Nitro looking out for it. It's called jumping though. And now Stewie is able to capitalize upon that, eliminating Nitro. And that's potentially a free up. Actually, never mind. Not yet, as I thought it fell down on the opposite side of the wall. But they can still walk in and get it if they want right now. Liquid just completely giving up on a lot of their B pressure. Actually switching out JDM and Alige here now too. Stewie is indeed going to get himself that up. Stewie will try to push forward. Immediately have himself the battle, and JDM doesn't even sweat it either. Picking up that kill, and he just wanted the 1 kill to secure himself that position. Re-smoke now over towards CT, and this is all a fake, which is probably the best part about this. But Liquid has not fully rotated off just yet. There's 1 player still sitting at A, which can try to save this. And he can also get those rotates back over since Cloud9 are going into the A site relatively slow. So if Stewie's found out and eliminated, Flash goes right into his face. He tries to hide out a grill. I don't think the CT on the site actually saw it though. Lee's just hopping around over there. Well, they see each other now. Stewie comes out on top, and once again that should sell it in the other way. Even Twist starting to move out of position, but Stanislaw catches automatic over here by Arches, so now Twist should stay inside of the pit, ready to fend this back off. And now there's only 15 seconds left. Quick change up at the last second from Cloud9 though. They're now going to head over towards B. Smart call, as A might have led to the lost round, but now they should be able to secure it relatively easily, and Twist and Stan won't even make an attempt at the retake.
Very smart call by Cloud9 to cancel that and fall off. Liquid salvaging a little bit, getting these 2 kills, possibly able to save these guns. And if they do save these 2 guns, I would expect them to buy next round. Stan will have, 5,100. Excuse me, 4,100. JDM with 4,600, so. Just 1 guy on an probably.
Cloud9 are going to end up pushing themselves back down here through Banana, but not going to find themselves in any good positions to take down Twist and Stan, so they'll both stay alive at the end of the round.
It's messed up, man. That chicken got blown up.
I didn't know I was going to hit him.
I think got owned.
Just.
Why do we have chickens just run around?
I have no clue.
I'll never understand it.
They weren't in any previous version of CS, right? So.
No. They actually influence rounds sometimes.
Yeah, there's been a few rounds where like chickens have like block shots and stuff, right? I think there's one with like.
No block shots, like sometimes they'll go on your
vision.
screen and you'll shoot.
Yeah.
Or obscure vision, yeah.
I think there was around on the older version of this map, and I think it was like Kenny S or something.
Yeah, it was Scott.
Was it Scott?
It was Skadoodle, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He just shot at the chicken because it ended the screen and he killed Kenny S. That peaked like, at the
that's
same
right.
time.
Yeah, that's
right there at B. So Liquid going for a very passive buy here, just, upgraded pistols except for Alige, so they're not going to buy into this round at all. Just the 2 saved guns from Twist and Stan. See what they try to do to give them a chance to win this round.
Yeah, pushing themselves in. Cloud9 are going to take control of mid-choke. This bomb is still back at Crossroads, though, so options for both sites are still relatively apparent here for them. Just kind of keeping Stewie at the half-wall position so that he can push back in. The lighter site is definitely going to be B, but Obviously, they can't read into that just yet. Get a bit of a risk on it. They'll just go in towards A, wrapping around. Smoke on top of Library there, but there is still a player waiting probably for that to fade away or for his opportune moment to swing back out from the smoke. You can see him hiding outside of it. Twisty getting the first kill too, so now all eyes are going to be on him. This is where Elise can move in and strike with just the USP. Not hitting any of his shots, so it's all on Twists right now. And we can see it. He's got another opportunity to frag, but misses it. Now JDM moving back in, however. He finds one more kill, and he'll fade into the halls. He needs to wait for Stan to get into this fight. He can't take it anymore from up on top of that balcony with just a measly little CZ. He needs help from his teammate. That's exactly what he's going to get. Well, I know that this is probably what is happening. Maybe smoke that back off because JDM is going to push himself back over. It'll probably cause some delay for Stan too. Neither of these guys having a kit. I'm not sure if there's one down on the site. We'll find that out in a few moments here. They do start to push themselves back in. As JDM takes the long path back over through Boiler, up on top, Automatic hiding in the close corner, and Stewie back in Graveyard, but no one checking for Graveyard right now. Still, Stanislaw hits that first entry, a trade from Stewie, and he follows it up with a quick kill onto JDM. Great stuff from him, and that secured Cloud9 their 11th, just 3 rounds behind Team Liquid.
Yeah, a round that I thought was going to go Liquid's way. The Leech not able to connect with that double USP. If he gets that kill, they definitely win that round. But they kept Cloud9's economy very, very low. You know, Liquid, they have the double couple M4s and an off onto JDM.
Trying to take the mid peak again, but not going to find anyone in the open this time as he did a couple rounds back, but missed that very important shot. He's getting tossed in as Cloud9 wanting to throw a little bit of pressure towards Banana, but nothing big just yet. At the moment, again, it's just Stewie playing around with it on his own regard. Spot over top here to see if he can find Nitro. I think he knows exactly where Nitro tossed that from, so tries to fire off some shots that might get him repositioning, and oh, Nitro. It's a bit of a risky jump there. Stewie was trained on that. That could have been a headshot to eliminate him, and he might do it again. Boosted up on top of his teammate this time, so it's a lot safer. And Elige hits the shot at the Stewie, isolates him, knocks him out of the play, and now they've got full control of Banana. The rest of the team going to try to push back in, but JD is ready for that one. Hits Automatic through the wall. Cloud9 really just hugged through smoke so far for this entire round, but they've hit nothing at all. And they're just losing players one by one beyond that. So their own smokes are going to start to get tossed back in so that they can take a little bit better control over here towards that A site, or at the very least keep the fake alive. But they're very much switching over their actual hit towards B. Molotov should delay this for another 2 to 3 seconds or so, and the giveaway from the smokes here should call back both Elige and allow for Nitro to swing back in, pick up his first kill, gonna fall back to second orange. It's a good swing from Skadoodle, and he almost catches the second player trying to move himself back over towards New Box, but Nitro stays alive for right now, tries to wallbang him, but JDM works his way in from CT to finish off the round and put Team Liquid up on some map point.
Yeah, because they kept getting those kills on all the rounds that they were losing, Cloud9 basically has no money. I mean, so they're really hurting here. Despite having 11 rounds, they only have 1 player that's even positive. Or no, 2 actually, Shroud and, but it's only by 1 kill each, Shroud and Automatic.
Yeah, even the rounds that Cloud9 won seem to have been relatively close fought rounds a lot of the time. So now Team Liquid putting 2 players on this site to defend it. Nitro already impacting for 1. Skadoodle just runs over the second, however. Elige holds off, but he's blind, so he's got to deploy the smoke to give him a little bit more room to maneuver back over to a safer position, or just hold where he's at right now. Stan going to come back in, but he can't get up to the flower pot spot or anything like that. Stewie with a nice shot as well, but beautiful spray transfer from Stanislaw to knock out Automatic and nothing. Just on to Stewie now to clutch this one back out, and he should have been able to spot on Stanislaw there, so he moves in, takes out Stanislaw, buys himself a little bit more time, but twists up on top of the first star and just closes out the map. And we do indeed see Team Liquid coming out on top, not just here on Inferno, back on Train as well. So they take a clean 2-0 for tonight's maps.
Yeah, just weird T-side calling to me from Cloud9, like really indecisive. Didn't really seem like everybody was on the same page. On the anti-eco, they waited way too long to hit B. I mean, they're really fortunate that they even got 11 rounds. If Liquid didn't have the connection issues that they had, with Stanislaw lagging out, I think it was 3 times. Twist lagging out, right? Yep. Or no, it was Elige. He would have easily won that round.
It was Elige in like that clutch round, yeah.
He would have won that round because they had no idea where he was coming. He didn't know. He thought he was flanking. He probably would have been with his team. It probably would have just been a trade kill. But yeah, Cloud9 just looked kind of lost. Yeah, honestly. So they did not look great.
That's going to set them up for potential upset, actually, of being knocked out of the top 6 possibly.
No,
tomorrow.
There's no way.
It is possible.
Who do they play?
NRG.
They play NRG tomorrow.
I think so, yeah.
and if they lose, they get knocked out.
There's a possibility they get knocked out. It does depend on the other matchups results. But to talk more about the standings and to close out the discussion on this match, we're going to send it over to the analysts.
Hey, that's us, I think, right?
I think so.
Ah.
I mean, today has been confusing. We've been everywhere.
Yeah, it has.
I don't even know what we're doing right now.
I mean, it's like roles, right? On a team. Well, you want to be the operator today? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's how that works. But look, we just saw Cloud9 fall to Liquid over on Inferno. A tough one for Cloud9 to swallow that 0-2 tonight, and it really probably, obviously would have propelled them into the finals. But now, how big of a setback is this for Cloud9?
Potentially pretty big, actually, because as it is right now, they're sitting at 48 points with 16 wins, but there's also an opportunity for Luminosity to play Liquid tomorrow to get up to the same score as Cloud9. Same thing for Misfits as well. So they're not out of dodge right now. In my head, I can't recall how the head-to-heads work out between those teams, but in any case, Cloud9 definitely not in a great spot right now. And with the way they were playing, I think that's the more concerning part, honestly. The fact that they're just not playing very well, and you can see it right here right now. 16 wins, so they're equal with Energy right now in terms of wins, but they're going up against each other tomorrow, so that's obviously bound to change. I think
that could be the end-all, be-all match right here between those two. Right?
I mean, talk about getting good matchups to end the season, right?
I mean, looking at tomorrow, look, we've got Immortals Misfits, we've got Cloud9 Energy, we've got CLG SK, we've got Liquid Luminosity, Optic vs. Cole, and Renegades Rush.
Yeah, obviously the four first that you mentioned there have some more weight to them than the others, I'd say. Well, I guess Optic definitely has some weight to it, but that's kind of one of the games we were expecting Optic to win at least. The other one is a bit more up in the air, honestly, and should make for some really intense games.
Certainly, but now the implications this Cloud9 Energy matchup has is just not what was expected. I mean, we knew Liquid C9 was going to be close.
Yeah,
and
we thought so, and it wasn't.
Right.
Weirdly enough, and part of it is because of the tempo that Liquid were able to hold. You saw that on the T side; they were just constantly badgering that A bomb site over and over again. Nitro just had an absolutely insane game. He was hitting shots to the point where like CS wasn't able to keep up actually with how quickly he was hitting shots. When you saw that frag over on the B bomb side, it was absolutely insane. And honestly, Cloud9 got lucky to get as many runs as they did. That was off of the back of 2 lag outs on the T side for Stan, which again led to Liquid getting broken, and then obviously later on the CT side, Elise timing out on that one before that Ska wins. So even though it might look like that, they got 11 rounds, not that bad. It was actually just pretty lucky that they got that far.
I think there's a threshold of how many rounds you've won in a match where it's determined like you never had control at any point during the match. I think it's like 9 rounds or less or something like that. But just barely on the other side of that. Now, going into tomorrow is a big day for a lot of teams across North America trying to get into their spot at the Dallas finals. In your eyes, Vendetta, who do you think will be making it to Dallas?
Sadly, I think we're going to have to see Misfits go. They're going up against Immortals tomorrow, and they have to win 2-0. I don't see that being the case. I can see them getting one map, but it's 2-0ing Immortals as it is right now. I don't see that as being very likely. Cloud9 versus Energy, I would have to assume, obviously, that Cloud9 are going to show up, because it would be really weird to not have a playoffs with Cloud9 there.
Would be pretty strange considering last season's situation.
Exactly.
But this is Counter-Strike. Anything goes. Let's take a look at EU standings now, though, as we kind of switch the tempo, as you said, up. This is more your style of things, Vendetta. Let's see what you got.
More style. So North and Mousesports are already guaranteed to get to that playoff stages, sitting at the top 2 right there. And then you have G2, FaZe Clan, funnily enough, written with PH right now, and Astralis and Na'Vi following suit. As you can tell, it's a pretty undecided battle for those last couple of spots. Na'Vi and Fnatic currently sitting at the same score. But as for the top 5 as of right now, I'm not sure about the matchups, but I do feel that G2 and FaZe and Astralis should have a pretty decent shot at making it to the playoffs.
Interesting usage of the word phase, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because, I mean, and if you think about it, I mean, a lot of these teams do go through a phase.
Right? Yeah, and
so
they definitely have gone through one as well, where they've gone from being, just a very good team to now being a top contender.
Yeah, so good on them 100%. Now, a reminder, the top 6 from each region will qualify for those LAN finals. And again, tomorrow night is the last night where they will be able to do
decided.
That. So at that point, I mean, Vendetta, from the EU side of things, who's going to go there? Who are our top 3?
Top 3. Well, I mean, obviously in North and Mouse Sports, they're already set to go. But you know, we have G2 versus FaZe tomorrow, and that could decide a whole lot. I kind of think that both teams are eyeing to actually go even in that sense. Well, obviously they're gonna want to go 2-0. But if you want to see both teams there, they might have to split maps.
Well, might have to split maps. We will find out. However, that does it for us here today on the second to last day of the ESL Pro League broadcast. I would like to personally take this time on behalf of Vendetta and I to thank the production and crew behind the scenes, which you will never see because they are real incognito. They like to hide in a closet back there in the back of Pro League. Anyway, that does it for us. We will see you guys back here tomorrow at the same great time, same great place.